Ricky Hatton, known to millions as the Hitman, has died at the age of 46. The former boxing champion was found at his home in Hyde on Sunday morning. Police have confirmed that his death is not being treated as suspicious. News of his passing has stunned the boxing world, the sporting community, and countless fans who admired him not only as a fighter, but also as a man who wore his heart on his sleeve. The news quickly spread across Britain and then worldwide. Social media platforms were filled with messages of shock, sadness, and respect. Hatton was not just another fighter. He was a national figure. His career, his battles inside the ring, his struggles outside of it, and his openness about mental health made him relatable and beloved. For many, he was a champion who never forgot where he came from. For others, he was a reminder that even those who reach the top face challenges of their own. One of the most heartfelt tributes came from actress and television presenter Claire Sweeney. Claire first met Ricky during their time together on ITV's Dancing on Ice in 2023. The two grew close during the show, and she spoke of him with warmth and admiration. In her tribute posted on Instagram, Claire explained that she had needed several days to process the devastating news. She expressed her sympathy to his family, especially his children, Campbell, Millie, Fionn, and Lila, as well as his granddaughter. She also extended her condolences to Ricky's close friends, including Paul Speak, known as Speaky, who had been by Ricky's side for many years. Claire ended her message with words that resonated with thousands of people who read them. She called Ricky the People's Champ, a title that defined his career and his life. She added, "We adored and cherished you. Love you always." Her words captured both her personal grief and the public's sense of loss. To understand why Ricky Hatton's passing has had such an impact, we need to look back at his remarkable career. Ricky was born and raised in Greater Manchester. From the very beginning, he carried the pride of his community into the ring. He turned professional in 1997 and quickly built a reputation for his aggressive style, his toughness, and his devastating left hook to the body. His record speaks volumes: 45 wins, only 3 defeats, and 32 of those wins coming by knockout. One of his greatest nights came in 2005 when he faced Kostya Tszyu, the long-reigning champion, in Manchester. Many believed Hatton was the underdog, but in front of a passionate home crowd, he produced the performance of his career, forcing Tszyu to retire on his stool. That fight made Ricky a world champion and cemented his place in British sporting history. He didn't stop there. Hatton went on to win multiple world championships at light welterweight and even captured a world title at welterweight. His style wasn't just effective, it was entertaining. Fans loved his relentless pressure and the way he always moved forward, looking to break down his opponents. But Ricky was not just a fighter in the ring. He was also a fighter outside of it. His personality and humility won him a loyal fan base. When he traveled for fights abroad, thousands of fans followed him. In 2007, when he faced Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas, it was reported that tens of thousands of British supporters made the trip to cheer him on. Even though Ricky suffered the first defeat of his professional career that night, his popularity only grew. 2 years later, he stepped into the ring with Manny Pacquiao, another legend of the sport. That fight ended quickly, with Pacquiao winning by knockout in the second round, but Hatton's willingness to face the very best confirmed his status as one of the greats of his era. His last professional fight came in 2012 against Vyacheslav Senchenko of Ukraine. After that defeat, Ricky decided to retire from professional boxing. Yet even in retirement, he remained a central figure in the sport. He became a trainer, a promoter, and an ambassador for mental health. One of the things that set Ricky apart from many other fighters was his openness about his personal struggles. He admitted publicly that after retirement he faced periods of depression and battled with his mental health. He shared these experiences honestly, hoping to help others who might be going through the same issues. By doing so, he broke down barriers and encouraged more open conversations around mental well-being, especially in the world of sport. This made him not just a champion in the ring, but a voice for many who felt unheard. What makes his death even harder for fans to process is that Ricky had recently announced his comeback. He was scheduled to take part in an exhibition fight on Tech December in Dubai, marking 13 years since his last professional contest. Fans were excited to see him lace up the gloves once more, even if it was just an exhibition. It was a chance to relive the excitement of his career and celebrate the fighter they loved. Sadly, his passing has ended that possibility, leaving supporters with a sense of unfinished business. Since the news broke, tributes have poured in from across the sporting world. Fellow boxers, both retired and active, shared their condolences. Amir Khan called him an inspiration. Tyson Fury, the current heavyweight champion, praised Ricky's achievements and his down-to-earth nature. Chris Eubank Jr. and Barry McGuigan also paid their respects. It wasn't only boxing. The football world also joined in honoring him. Ricky was a passionate supporter of Manchester City, and the club showed their respect with a minute's applause before their 3-0 win over rivals Manchester United. Phil Foden, who scored in that game, said afterwards that the victory and the performance were for Ricky and his family. Other football greats, including Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen, and David Beckham, also posted messages of sympathy. These tributes highlighted just how far Ricky's influence reached. Sky News sports correspondent Rob Harris described him as one of the great personalities of British boxing. He noted how Hatton always brought fans with him, wherever he fought, and how he seemed both ordinary and extraordinary at the same time. That balance, the global sporting success combined with the local, approachable personality, is what made him unique. As we stand back and look at the facts, the official details remain simple but important. Ricky Hatton's body was found at his home in Hyde. Police are not treating his death as suspicious. His family has not shared further details at this stage, and their privacy should be respected as they process this loss. The story now moves from shock to reflection. Ricky Hatton will be remembered as a fighter who gave everything in the ring, a man who inspired loyalty from his fans, and a person who spoke honestly about the difficulties he faced. He will also be remembered as a father, a grandfather, a friend, and a son of Manchester. Claire Sweeney's tribute stands as a public expression of what many people feel privately. Her words, speaking directly to his children, his granddaughter, and his closest friends, remind us that behind the statistics, the wins, and the world titles, there was a man who meant the world to those who loved him. When she called him the people's champ, she summed up what millions already believed. Ricky Hatton belonged not only to boxing, but to the people who followed him, supported him, and admired him. In the days and weeks to come, there will be more tributes, more memories, and more reflections on his legacy. For now, the facts are clear. Ricky Hatton, one of the most popular and decorated British boxers of his generation, has died at the age of 46. His death is not being treated as suspicious. His family, his friends, and his fans are in mourning. His story is a reminder of the highs and lows of sporting life, of the sacrifices athletes make, and of the connections they build with those who watch them. Ricky Hatton's final goodbye comes too soon, but the legacy he leaves behind is lasting. For those who knew him, like Claire Sweeney, his memory is personal. For those who followed him in arenas and on television, it is collective. Together, all these voices tell the same story. Ricky Hatton was loved, he was respected, and he will not be forgotten.